Okay, check this out. This is another little bit of information I want to share from this article that I just read in regards to adolescent driving habits. And it was a survey conducted, and they surveyed about 1,780 parents, I think it said. And it's basically a summary of all the responses in regards to what they've seen their teenager do in a car and how they rate their adolescents' driving behaviours and things like that. And it mentions quite an interesting thing here about the requirements for driver's education and obtaining licenses, and which is true. Like it says here that the requirements have shifted in recent years. Many states still require completion of an approved driver's education course. However, some permit online instructions or don't even require formal driver's education at all. Like, what is going on? Seriously. Especially with if you know how the brain works without any sort of formal driver's education at all. Like, really? And we're letting these adolescents on the road. It's no wonder that they're the leading cause of death in teens and adolescents worldwide is car crashes. Okay, so it did mention that parents need to play a larger, well, they say that parents need to play a larger role in teaching their children how to drive and instilling safe habits, which is true. If they're not getting it from the driver's education requirements to obtain their license, then somebody else has to give it to them, and usually that next person in line is the parent. Okay, but what I found really interesting was over half the parents in the poll that was or the survey that was conducted. So remember, there was about 1,700 parents. So over half the parents had observed their teenager engaging in distracted, impaired, or aggressive driving, while the parents who observed these behaviours expressed more worry that their child might cause an accident. They did not give lower ratings of their child's driving ability. So basically, they said they'd witnessed their child driving distracted, impaired, or aggressive. However, they did not rate their child's driving ability lower as a result. Like, really? What on earth? If you're witnessing dangerous behavior or driving in a car, but you still think your adolescent or your teen is a good driver, there's some cause for serious concern there. If we continue on, moreover, while half of the parents had observed their teen or young adult child engage in risky driving behaviours, only 1 in 3 worried about their child causing an accident. This suggests that parents may underestimate the risk posed by distracted, impaired, or aggressive driving, and that's probably 100% true. There's probably a lot of parents out there who don't understand that the risks associated with those types of driving and that kind of behaviour when their adolescent or their teen gets behind the wheel of a 2-ton piece of steel. So this is something to be aware of, and something. Don't take your teens driving lightly. Don't take it for granted. Just because they have obtained their license doesn't mean they know what they're doing, or they can handle every situation or circumstance that they're going to come across. I think there has to be a lot more education, both for the adolescent and their parents, in regards to driving. And I think this should happen before they get their license or before they even pick up a set of keys. And it starts with the cognitive training and learning how and understanding how the adolescent brain works to best equip the teenager for a long driving journey ahead. And that's what we do. we give these teens and their parents the best skills moving forward, but from the start, before they get behind the wheel. So I found that interesting. It's probably this is probably more for the parents of adolescents learning to drive. It's just interesting to note and something to be aware of. Thanks.